Business Today is brought to you by...
Shouldn't banking start with you? After all, it's your life and we're just one part of it. So no matter what life throws at you, at Scotiabank we guide you through it with people who actually listen and with services that enable what matters most to you. Because at Scotiabank, it starts with you.
This is Business Today. I'm Sandy Dean. A Barbadian blockchain technology company is set to play a key role in helping the region's tourism industry to track visitor spend and improve competitiveness. BIT, the first company to bring cryptocurrency exchange to the Caribbean, signed a memorandum of understanding with the Barbados-based Caribbean Tourism Organization aimed at facilitating the implementation of a more efficient payment processes for tourism-related products and services. BIT Chief Executive Officer Rawdon Adams said the agreement would pave the way for both organizations to work on a range of initiatives to improve the tourism offerings and visitor experience in Barbados and the rest of the region.
With this kind of technology and reducing costs and efficiency and increasing productivity in line with what Hugh was saying, we can actually include a far greater section of the broad economy and particularly small merchants, medium-sized merchants, anyone connected with the tourism industry, and thereby increase profits to the overall sector.
Financial institutions dealing with overseas-based high-net-worth individuals are being reminded to prepare themselves for the introduction of Common Reporting Standards, or CRS. This measure, which Barbados signed on to in 2015, was implemented by the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development in an effort to prevent such individuals and companies from evading tax payments on income invested in other jurisdictions. Regional Senior Manager in Tax and Legal Services at PricewaterhouseCoopers in Barbados, Javier Lamont, outlined what local financial institutions must do to prepare themselves for it.
Well, we need to review our portfolio. We need to check what are the jurisdictions that are considered reportable jurisdictions. And if our clients are among those jurisdictions, then we should tell them, okay, what is going on, okay, and give them as much information as we can with the aim of creating for them to create a new policy, okay, because now they need to be fully aware that their bank is gathering all this information, that the bank is following any change in their circumstance, and they need to also monitor those changes because they are obligated to report it to the bank.
His colleague Imran Ali reminded the companies that since Barbados signed on to the agreement in 2015 and agreed to file its first reports for 2017, the deadline for financial institutions to get everything in order was drawing near.
In terms of deadlines for reporting, well, Barbados implemented the rules from 2017. The rules state that the reporting financial institution has to make this report by the 31st of July of the following year for the reporting year. So this year, last year would have been the first year, so you need to make a report by the 31st of July 2018. And the Barbados competent authority, i.e. the Ministry of Finance, is then obligated to exchange that information with various governments, and as Javier indicated, it said it's going to do that by the end of September 2018.
International Business and Commerce Minister Donville Innes wants Barbados and its Caribbean neighbors to get serious about standards. Speaking at the 32nd meeting of the Council of the CARICOM Regional Organization for Standards and Quality, CROSQ, at the Accra Beach Hotel and Spa on Wednesday, he stressed that authorities must uphold laws in place to maintain high standards.
Standards setting is perhaps most useful when we have laws and regulations that give effect to the standards. Far too often, I think we in the region remain rather weak in this area. As a result of ambiguity takes root, and we settle for mediocrity or begin to compromise our principles. I say it quite often when importers bring into the islands items And then they're stopped at the border by vigilant standard officers. And then politicians receive calls asking for importers to be accommodated. May suggest that all importers arm themselves with knowledge of our standards, including acceptable labels, prior to placing your orders.
Now for today's financial tip. Allocate at least 20% of your income towards financial priorities. By priorities, we mean building up emergency savings, paying off debt, and padding your retirement nest egg. That's been the business today. Join us again on Tuesday. Until then, you can get more business and news by logging on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribing to our e-paper, and liking us on Facebook. I'm Sandy Dean.